Winter hits Manhattan like an unwanted relative, drops in with no warning and seems to stay forever. It spreads a thick white blanket that makes the city look clean for a few hours, until the snow gets stepped on and driven over, and made gritty and dirty gray. I don't drink. I didn't drink last night. This only feels like a hangover. A victim. That's what I am. And that's what Daredevil is. A victim of radiation. Radiation that gave me superhuman acuteness of 4 senses, and plunged me into a world of eternal darkness. I didn't ask for it, but I became Daredevil. I fight crime. That much I've done right with my life. I listen to the muffled beeps and bleating of a grouchy city gone grouchier. I shake 1 or 2 of the cobwebs from my brain. Why did I get up this morning? Don't have any appointments. Don't even have a job. And I'd better lay off the crime fighting until my knuckles heal. A tiny, icy draft cuts across my lower calf, reminding me. Drafts from the mail chute. Heard the mail slip through it and hit the floor. That's what woke me up. That's why I got out of bed. It's about time for the job offers to start coming in. I read the envelopes with my fingers. The embossed ones are easy. Going by the scant impression of the ink on the others is a pain this early in the morning. Nothing with the masthead of a law firm. Word must not have gotten out yet that the hottest attorney since F. Lee Bailey is up for grabs. It's amazing how long it takes for the news to circulate when you want it to. No offers. 3 bills. Something from the March of Dimes. The plastic rectangle of a cassette tape from my girlfriend. Can't be good since she lives in town. Letter from my bank, saying they haven't received my last 2 mortgage payments. Trust them to screw up every chance they get. And a notice from the Internal Revenue that my tax files are being audited and that every penny I have is frozen until the audit is complete. All this before coffee. The bank insists I haven't paid them. They threaten to foreclose. I lose my temper and yell at them, and they hang up on me. I pull out my checkbook and run my fingers across the easy-to-read grooves in the paper. I wrote the checks all right, on time, like all my bills, but there's no sign of them in my monthly statements. The bank never cashed them. Maybe they were lost in the mail. With my money frozen by the IRS, how can I hate money. Outside, the snow has turned to sleet, trying to chip away the walls around me. Something loose and wild flows through the city. I feel my pulse quicken like a jungle drum. It's the night. I've always loved it. I grab the weightless bundle of cloth, the only part of my life worth living anymore. The one relief I can give myself when it all gets to be too much. She greets me with a blast of wind and her endless angry roar. She hums with power and tickles my legs with 1,000 flirting fingers, laughs at me, blows a gust of filthy smoke in my face, tricks me with slippery stone, rattles her windows with delight as I move across her, feeling her warmth. That TV is so loud I'm surprised the building doesn't shake. How he can follow that stupid sitcom he's watching is beyond me. Of course, I've got this problem with visual entertainment. He grunts. Unsteady, drunken steps work their way to the kitchen. I've got just enough time. 20 years, Nick. Why start lying now?
Get out of my home.
It's all wrong, Nick. I know you. And I have to know why you're trying to ruin Matt Murdock. He flinches at the name. I smell his oily, guilty sweat. I feel the heat on his cheek. A flush of defiant rage. The sound belongs in a South Street bar. I could force the truth from him, tough as he is. I'd have to use torture. He'd deserve it.
I said get out of my home! He showed up. Yeah, Daredevil. I did what you said to. About my boy. Doctor said he needs that treatment soon.
He goes on about his boy, and how he'll say whatever they want him to say at the hearing. The symphonic version of the theme to Kojak is getting into full swing, so I miss the voice on the other end of the line. It's hard to stomach the music, or Nick's whining, so I leave him at the mercy of his guilty conscience. I've learned this much. Somebody is out to get Matt Murdock. Somebody who knows the right buttons to push with the right people. But who and why? I'd go home. More and more it feels like the only safe place. It isn't until I try to fix dinner that I realize the power's off. I try Con Edison's emergency number. My phone's been disconnected. It's been a day. The notice of the foreclosure sits too big in my jacket pocket. I've got 30 days to avoid repossession by paying out money the IRS won't let me near. 30 days and $10 in my wallet. And I'm not a lawyer anymore. I'm not defeated either. Not yet. Maybe. Maybe I've been thinking about it all wrong. Looking for a single enemy to pin it all on. Maybe it's everybody. From Internal Revenue, to Con Ed, to Ma Bell, to Glory. I call Foggy at 7 in the morning, and Glory answers. Foggy. He's in on it too. No. Foggy stood up for me. Fought for me. But that could be part of the plan. What am I thinking? Just tired. Need to sleep. In my own bed. My own bed. Tomorrow I'll do something. Legs are shaky. Must be nervous. No. It's the pavement. That rumble. I hear a baby crying. No, not a baby. Sirens, fire trucks. Guess I've been standing here for a while. Firemen take forever to show up. Traffic gets in their way. Dust. The dust is thick. Could choke on it. There's nothing left. So that's why. I never would have connected it to you. Nothing about it said gangster until this. It was a nice piece of work, Kingpin. You shouldn't have signed it.